Well, hello Dirtfish Rally friends. Lunchtime on day 2 here at the Acropolis Rally. 3 stages done this morning, 9 stages in total at the Acropolis Rally. My goodness me, 70 kilometres the loop of 3 stages this morning, and wasn't it interesting? Just to let you know where the stages are. This morning stage high up in the mountains behind us here. Really damp conditions after the torrential rain we saw over the previous days here. Still very muddy in places. We then headed down towards Itea, what would have been, in the other direction, the bauxite stage. So a really famous, historical, iconic part of the world for rallying. Stage 2, dry, abrasive, dusty, very much Acropolis like that one. We then headed back up to the mountains for the 3rd stage in the loop. Again, a little bit muddy in places. And what did that mean? It meant that we saw certain cars suited better to certain conditions, all more or less on the same tyre strategy. It was the Toyotas that really went well through the muddy opening stage. Thierry Neuville, we thought, might have been in a little bit of trouble there, but this is what he told us.
I felt good in the car. Obviously the dry stage, I was managing very well the tyres, and I felt like when they started to go off, I started managing it until the end, and I was able to carry on a good speed constantly. Yeah, and it worked.
Any risks out there, any big moments out there, or was it all in control?
Not yet, and I hope it's going to stay like this.
What about tyre choice? You made the tyre choice last night. You went with the same choice as the Toyotas. It was then about, I suppose, how you manage those tyres, rotation, where and when you use them?
Yeah, there was only one choice possible per stage, so I think we were all the same. Yeah, it just depends where you put the tyre on the car, but the amount of tyres was always the same.
So after that little scare in the opener, Neuville was very much back on it, and his lead at lunchtime here, just a smidgen under 11 seconds. And he leads from Sébastien Ogier. Ogier had a great start. This is what he told us about his morning, with a little bit of drama.
Started well, like you say. The first stage was challenging in places, and I was happy to make it through. Second stage, I think our rhythm was quite good. It was cleaning a lot on that one, so I think our pace it was improving car after car. So I think our pace was good. Unfortunately, I missed a junction near the end and stalled the engine, so it cost me like 7 seconds. So that's for sure not nice. And then yeah, we lost even more in the last one. This one was a bit more surprising for me. I didn't expect maybe Kalle and Thierry taking so much risk on the rough. But they did, and they did well, and also that stage was a poor stage last year, so for sure maybe this knowledge is missing me a little bit, but it's not over. We lost a bit of ground this morning, but we want to keep fighting.
So the other moment of drama for us, we were there during the regroup when the car fell off the jacks. That all got a little bit frantic for a moment or two. Can you explain what happened there?
Yeah, it happened. Stupid mistake, which unfortunately happened pretty often to us when you change tires and the brakes are still hot. You change one side, the handbrake is holding well, and then somehow with the temperature in the brake fluid, then it starts to release, and then when you change the second side, somehow the handbrake come loose, and then the car starts moving and fall. So that's the things. Unfortunately, in that case, that was only less than 3 minutes before check-in. So that's why we had to hurry up to put the car up and the wheel back on to check in on time.
Dirtfish Live Center.
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 So Ogier, quite clearly still up for the fight here, but he's got some work to do. What about Kalle Rovanperä? Again, an up and down morning from Rovanperä.
The first stage was suiting us quite well when we have the softs on the car and it's a bit damp and muddy. The car seems to work much better. We have, let's say, a really good grip on the car, so it helps to be fast. Then on the middle one, it was basically a fully dry stage. Really hard pace on the road, and it's a bit similar than what we have had before, that when it's dry and we have to put the hard tires on the car, we start to lose quite a lot of grip. And our cars were quite much slower than Hyundai there, so definitely the middle stage is not so good for us.
So is that a compromise setup you're going with, or is it something to do with the way that the car's designed?
I think a bit both. I think we don't really plan to compromise this on our setup. We try to work towards this, but we never seem to really get it right yet, at least. So they always seem to be quite strong on this.
Welcome to Dirtfish, where we'll teach you how to do this and this. And all you have to do is click this link. We'll see you soon.
Well, Rovanperä now comfortably in third place. 23 seconds off the lead. Takes something very special, even from a man of Rovanperä's talents, to get himself back into that battle for the win here. But don't discount it at all. Rovanperä can do miraculous things in a rally car. Other interesting stories of note to tell you about this morning. Esa-Pekka Lappi had an issue in the second stage of the morning, dropped him right back. Elvin Evans, who was sitting in fourth place, fallen a little bit behind Rovanperä. He had a technical issue in the final stage in the loop, limping back into service, and we've got to find out a little bit more about that later on. But Evans dropping well down the standings. It does mean that Danny Sordo is up to fourth place. There's a bit of a battle there for fourth between Sordo and Katsuta. We'll see how that develops this afternoon. The sun is out though, folks. The stages are drying. We have 70 more kilometres to come today on the second loop of stages here on the Saturday at the Acropolis Rally.